Hello, I'm Governor Dan McKee. On behalf of the state of Rhode Island, welcome to Rhode Island Heritage Month's virtual celebration. I'm happy to start off today's program, which focuses on our diverse and rich cultural history. This unique festival bridges Rhode Islanders' cultures and expressions of creative talent. Thank you to all participant groups for your dedication to preserving your cultural history. Thank you to our sponsors and partners who have made this event possible. The Rhode Island Historical Preservation and Heritage Commission has put together a terrific program for you. Enjoy the celebration.
Welcome to Rhode Island Heritage Month's virtual celebration. The Rhode Island Historical Preservation and Heritage Commission has offered a free, family-friendly festival for 42 years that has allowed people from all over the state an opportunity to partake in various cultures and traditions through art, dance, and musical performances. Due to the uncertainty of COVID-19 and whether we would be able to have a large indoor gathering safely, we decided to keep the festival virtual again this year. Next September, we plan on hosting an in-person Heritage Festival at the Waterfire Art Center, and we hope you will join us. In the meantime, we're excited to be able to virtually showcase the rich cultural histories and talents of Rhode Islanders for you today and every Saturday during this month. I'm pleased to introduce you to Kobi, a lifelong community activist and the Diversity and Inclusion Director of the YMCA of Greater Providence, as our virtual celebrations host. Kobi, take it away.
Thanks, Jeff. Good day, everyone, and thanks for joining Rhode Island Heritage Month's virtual celebration. As Jeff said, Rhode Island's Heritage Festival is a fun-filled day that takes place annually every September. Hundreds of Rhode Islanders come out to celebrate diverse cultures and to travel the world in one day. We hope to see you in person next year on September 17th at the Waterfire Arts Center. In the meantime, each Saturday this month, we will be showcasing cultural groups, performances, and even some cooking from around the world. First up, please welcome Orlando Montalvo, a former Paul Cuffee School student and a graduate of Rhode Island College with a degree in vocal performance. Orlando will be singing the United States National Anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. We are off to a great start. We are pleased to have the next group join us again this year. The Eastern Medicine Singers are an Algonquin drum group from Woonsocket in Providence. They are dedicated to keeping the eastern woodlands of American indigenous culture alive.
Everybody, this next song is called Little Hawk. This is a song I wrote for a friend of mine up in Vermont who helped me compose one of my albums, and that's her native name, Little Hawk. Brandy, a good friend of mine. This song is written for her for inspiring me to write all that music I did for that CD up there. I conspired the whole thing up in Vermont, so it was a great time, and this song, I love it.
Next up, we are pleased to bring you a performance produced by Rhode Island Latino Arts Director, Marta Martinez. This performance features Orlando Hernandez, a tap dance master and Rhode Island Latino arts artist in residence. Cufo Castro created the music for this video, a Rhode Island Latino arts teaching artist, and the videography was done by Alberto Chanel, a Rhode Island Latino arts artist in residence.
Chofer, déjame aquí en la próxima parada, aquí en la esquina. Mami, no me enamores, por favor, que yo subo y bajo como el sol. Soy un negociante del amor y no fui yo que lo hice, fue tu pelo que dio 20 vueltas por mi cuello. Y mira, me he quedado aquí en tu pueblo, esperando otra dosis de tu cuerpo. Y si tú me gustas a mí, yo te gusto a ti, porque pasa frío, dime tú a mí. Yo escribí un poema pensando en ti, titulado Mangos en noche de abril. Y yo aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo yo. Aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo yo. Nadando en flores estoy contigo, no necesito sábana, tú eres mi abrigo. Metido en tu cuarto no me ven los amigos, pero no me importa porque yo aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo yo. Aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo yo.
Luto di ronda di marca chica cuspinamon Uta moya nason Kumayo suku
Sorry burro, un picaflor. Mami, no me enamores, por favor, que yo subo y bajo como el sol. Soy un negociante del amor y no fui yo que lo hice, fue tu pelo que dio 20 vueltas por mi cuello. Y mira, me he quedado aquí en tu pueblo, esperando otra dosis de tu cuerpo. Y yo aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo yo. Aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo yo. Esta es mi parrada, déjame chofer. Mañana a la misma hora nos volvemos a ver. Esta es mi parrada, déjame chofer. Mañana a la misma hora nos volvemos a ver. Y yo aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo yo. Yo aquí me quedo, coño. Yo aquí me quedo, aquí me quedo yo.
This event would not be possible without the support from sponsors. Here's a quick word from Neighborhood Health of Rhode Island.
We thought this would all be over by now, but here we are, still doing what we need to do to help one another get through this. And we're almost through it. We've still got work to do. There are still so many questions, new ones every day. But at Neighborhood Health Plan of Rhode Island, we're still here to help you and your family, answer your questions, or point you in the right direction. It's what we do for one another.
Pensábamos que todo esto ya habría terminado, pero aquí estamos, todavía haciendo lo que tenemos que hacer para ayudarnos los unos a los otros a superar esto. Y lo estamos haciendo, casi lo hemos superado. Todavía tenemos trabajo por hacer. Neighborhood Health Plan de Rhode Island sigue aquí para ayudarle a usted y a su familia respondiendo a sus preguntas o guiarle en la dirección correcta. Eso es lo que hacemos el uno por el otro.
At our live annual Heritage Festival, we have fellow Rhode Islanders representing an array of different cultures. Besides performances, we have informational tables set up where you can learn about other cultures and purchase cultural items. We are pleased to have the Cambodian Society of Rhode Island join us this year.
Since the beginning of ancient Khmer history, Cambodians have always had rich culture and traditions. One of the oldest traditions we continue to practice today is the Royal Ballet of Cambodia, also known as RIHPHC. An artistic dance where stories are told through meaningful choreographed body movements and gestures. Dancers wear intricate costumes incorporating beautiful patterns and golden accessories. Performances are always carried out in groups of odd numbers. One of the reasons being is that the lead dancer is usually staged in the center. The classical dances take place at the start of significant events such as political and royal functions, weddings, funerals, and also at temple rituals. But one significant event would almost erase the entire performing arts of Cambodia. This was the Khmer Rouge, also known as the Khmer Genocide, that took place from 1975 to 1979. 30% of the country's population was wiped out, yet 90% of the classical dancers died during the war. The remaining 10% that survived came together afterwards to help revive a sacred part of the Cambodian culture. Many survivors resettled around the world as refugees. Providence was one of the American cities where a large number of Cambodians flocked to in the 1970s and 1980s. In 1982, the Cambodian Society of Rhode Island was formed to help bring refugees and their families together to adapt to American life. As time went on, CSRI also went on to help preserve Khmer arts through our classical dance troupe and our long drumming troupe. Every year in April, CSRI holds the biggest Khmer New Year celebration in Rhode Island at the Rose on the Patuxent. At our event, it is a tradition to showcase our Cambodian youth that practice all year long to perform for all to see. It is amazing to see Cambodian descendants who were born in America to relive the same arts their ancestors did. To see an art that was literally almost killed off become revived in a country across the world from home. The same art that helps bring Khmer refugees together and heal from the trauma of a war-torn country. To donate or learn more, visit our website at www.cambodiansocietyofrhodeisland.org.
This year, we are pleased to have Kelly School of Dance joining our virtual celebration. They teach traditional and modern Irish dance with a perfect blend of whimsy, culture, and fun. The Kelly School of Irish Dance is home to some of the most fabulous Irish dancers in Rhode Island, and we get to see some of their talents now. Dance BFF was founded to promote Bollywood and other forms of Indian dance, as well as create awareness about Indian dance, art, and culture in the community of Rhode Island and beyond. Today, we get to see a dance performance by Dance BFF, but when you join us next week, they will teach us how to do a Bollywood dance routine.
हल्का हल्का शुरू Visie was born, Dalsaras Gasavan. Visie was born. Visie was born, Dalsaras Gasavan. Visie was born. मस्ती के हम तो राग गाएंगे, हम खुशियां रब से मांग लाएंगे, बिखरे सुरों से गीत बनाकर, टूटे हुए ख्वाबों को सजाकर, झूमो रे झूमो झूमरो, बुमरो बुमरो, बुमरो बुमरो, शाम रंग बुमरो बुमरो बुमरो, शाम रंग बुमरो, केजी चक्सो तालानो, हो हो बुमरो बुमरो, शाम रंग बुमरो बुमरो बुमरो, शाम रंग बुमरो, केजी चक्सो तालानो, हो हो.
We appreciate the support we receive from our sponsors. Here's a quick word from the United Way of Rhode Island.
Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Roshni Darnell, Director of Community Investments at United Way of Rhode Island. Here at the United Way, everything we do is about putting our community first, whether it's through our 211 call center, our COVID-19 response work, or our statewide Day of Giving 401 Gives Day. Our work continues today and beyond as we strive to promote equity. Congratulations to the Rhode Island Historical Preservation and Heritage Commission for putting together this wonderful virtual festival. May we all celebrate our heritage every day.
The Rhode Island Historical Preservation and Heritage Commission works with many heritage groups and cultural organizations. Next up is a short introductory video by Bob Billington, president of the Blackstone Valley Tourism Council, about the Rhode Island Chinese Dragon Boat Races and Taiwan Day Festival.
Here we are at the boat barn located in Pawtucket. We are very, very close to the Pawtucket River, and it's actually the river where the Rhode Island Chinese Dragon Boat Races and Taiwan Day Festival began. Mr. Louis Ship, Mr. Sonny Ying, the originators of that event, they knew the city of Pawtucket, and I had an interest with the Blackstone Valley Tourism Council to promote the river, really get it activated. And they came to the office one day and said, if you really want to promote the Pawtucket River and get people there, you've got to do dragon boat racing. And of course, I had no idea what dragon boat racing was, but both Louis and Sonny grew up with dragon boats in Hong Kong. They offered to actually import 2 boats, bring them into Pawtucket, and have a race. So there was great excitement throughout the city. So that was generation 1G dragon boat back in 1999. Then came generation 2, the boats far behind us. That came in 2006. And then in 2019, these new boats came. And then all these followed from the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office. So when the Pawtucket Arts Festival was just emerging under Mayor Mativia's and then Mayor Doyle and so on and so forth, when it was just emerging, we needed activities, and we were lucky enough to be able to schedule our dragon boat races in and around the festival. So it really made it kind of exciting. We'd always have a Friday night introductory food event downtown, and then next day we roll right into the races. So unfortunately this year, of course with the pandemic, things are different. But we've always been a strategic and strong partner with the city of Pawtucket in their arts festival. So a big part of the dragon boat races is the Taiwan Day Festival and the art that surrounds the Taiwan and Chinese community. The Chinese Folk Art Workshop out of Boston brings entertainment every year. Sometimes we're even lucky enough to get touring companies of drums or saxophones or whatever Taiwan has on tour sending around the world. If it coincides with our September festival, they end up here in Pawtucket, which is pretty amazing. So Sonny and Louis are very proud of the fact that now we're drawing close to 10,000 people, sometimes even more, depending on the weather and on those types of things. But we draw about 10,000 visitors to this one-day event. Tremendous amount of Chinese culture, food, activity. And teams. We're drawing teams now from as far away as Philadelphia, Boston, New York that will come in and paddle with us and just have a lot of fun on the Pawtucket waterfront. But here we make it a happening. So we've added a lot of activities to that one day to really make it exciting. You know, we're lucky here in Rhode Island, from Brown University to the University of Rhode Island to all of the high schools up and down the Blackstone Valley. The Luke Charitable Foundation, which you're looking at the president and vice president right here, supports scholarships. We've sent doctors to China, brought doctors from China here and to learn East and Western medicine. Now we're supporting high school seniors that are going on to college up and down the Blackstone Valley. So the Chinese community has created deep roots. So many people just know Louis and Sonny around the races. They see them there that day, but they really don't know all the details of what goes on. The Chinese community beyond Louis and Sonny is very, very embedded. And much of it is to help the people of Rhode Island. Every time I get together with Louis and Sonny, I learn of another charitable event. And they're the ones, to be clear, they're the ones that support the Dragon Boat Festival. Without their funding, we would not be able to make a free event and the fun that we have here in Pawtucket.
Let's get ready to learn how to make chicken Madeira by Sandy with Peri Peri Kitchen. This cooking demonstration is brought to you by the Rhode Island Day of Portugal.
Hi everybody, my name is Sandy. I am from Peri Peri Kitchen and of course our blog Peri Peri Recipes, and Day of Portugal RI, which holds a special place in my heart, has asked me to show you a recipe from our Portuguese culture, and what better recipe than chicken Madeira. So we are going to make chicken Madeira today. I'm going to show you a really fast way of doing it. So I have already pan-seared our chicken. I floured them, added a little salt and pepper to taste, and white flour. Nothing too crazy yet. In the pan I have butter and of course our drippings. So here are our drippings. Ta-da! Okay, come this way. So I'm going to add our mushrooms now. It's only going to take a minute for our mushrooms to saute. So in here I just have plain old white mushrooms. You can use buttonwood mushrooms, you can use portobello mushrooms, which would have been my mushrooms of preference, but unfortunately I don't have any right now. We're going to let this cook up for a little while. I'm going to add some chicken stock. I didn't have any chicken stock, so I just grabbed a chicken bouillon cube and crushed it up and added it into some hot water. And we're gonna add it to our mushrooms. This is gonna simmer for about 5 to 8 minutes. I'm going to add a tiny bit of heavy cream as well. I would say about 2-3 ounces of heavy cream, and of course our star of the show, Madeira wine. This is a 35-year-old bottle of Madeira wine, which I don't think they intended on me cooking with, but it's so good. And if I didn't give it up for Lent, I'd probably have some right now too. I have to wait a few more weeks, just like everybody else. So we're gonna add Madeira wine to our mixture. So the Madeira wine, you can add as much as you'd like. We're gonna add a good portion. About 4 or 5 ounces. And then the chicken. So I'm gonna add the chicken right into the pan. And we're gonna let this cook up until the mushrooms are nice and soft and it makes our chicken Madeira. It's a pretty easy recipe. You can always go to periperirecipes.com to get a step-by-step. And Viva Portugal, bonjour, bon dia, hola, ni hao to all of you. One culture, one love. Day of Portugal, I love you. Beijinhos e beijocas, até já.
The Rhode Island Black Storytellers is a nonprofit organization dedicated to promoting the awareness, appreciation, and the application of Black storytelling in Rhode Island through performance, as well as through educational and cultural experiences. Valerie Tutson and Rochelle Coleman are here today to tell us a little more about this great organization.
Hi, my name is Valerie Tutson.
No, I'm Valerie Tutson, and this is
Rochelle Coleman.
And we are part of the Rhode Island Black Storytellers.
The Rhode Island Black Storytellers are a nonprofit organization located here in Providence, Rhode Island, that specifically promotes Black storytelling.
That's right. Essentially, we are Black storytellers who share Black stories with everyone.
Storytelling was the first artistic form available to human beings. The caveman coming back to tell his stories of the hunt, the fisherman coming back lying about where he caught his fish so nobody else could. We're going to tell you a story right now about the lion, and this is the reason why storytelling is so important.
Night had fallen, and the mother lion had gathered up her cubs, and they left the daddy lion back home so that they could go out for the hunt. And as they headed out, off in the distance, they could hear some noise, and they approached a place where, gathered around a fire, there was a group of human hunters. The mother lion quieted her babies, and they were listening to the stories that those hunters told around the fire. And those babies listened as the hunters told story after story after story about how they had taken down this lion and taken down that animal and taken down that lion over there. And as those baby cubs listened, they turned to their mother and they said, "Mother, why is it when those hunters tell their stories, they only tell about the times when they have captured the lions? They have never told the stories about how we lions take down those hunters." The mother lion looked at her cubs and she said, "It will be that way until the lion tells the story."
And that's why storytelling is so important, not just Black storytelling, but all storytelling, so that we pass on culture.
We hope that you will join the Rhode Island Black Storytellers family. And the way that you can do that is to join our mailing list and find out about all of our programs by checking out our website, ribsfest.org. You can also like us on Facebook. And what do you do with Instagram?
Don't ask me.
I think you can follow us on Instagram. Thanks very much for sharing this time with us.
At the YMCA, people are the foundation of who we are and who we have been for nearly 170 years. You are the why. And even though the why may look a little different right now, our commitment to you remains as strong as ever. So stay with us. Stay connected with your why. Stay connected with each other. Reach out to your local why today and stay with us for a better us.
All right, everyone, it's time for us to get out of our seats and Zumba with Kristen from the Greater Providence YMCA.
Hi, my name's Kristen, and we're going to do a little Zumba, specifically some salsa. Let's go.
pista se llena de salseros. En la zumba somos los primeros. La prendimos ya de los bomberos. Esto es sabrosura con fuego. Estamos retumba sonando el timbal, pero se queda, nosotros se van. Volando gigante como la vila, como dice J Balvin, latino trap.
We want to send a special thank you to Governor Daniel McKee for joining us today and to all the groups who have participated in this week's program. We hope that you will come back next week when we will hear a special presentation from Secretary Nellie Gorbea and learn more about the burning of the Gaspee. There will also be dance and musical performances, educational information, and even a cooking class on how to make plantain tostones. There will be something for everyone to enjoy, and we hope to see you all back here on YouTube at 7 p.m. next Saturday, September 11th. Have a good day.